Y'all, I have to tell you about the night that I just fucking had. Holy shit. I was already gonna put my hair up, but I didn't want to because I want y'all to see my hair. Oh my god, I'm so tired. But I really want to talk about this. I'm currently staying at an Airbnb and I don't want to be loud because there's literally like a lady that lives here. Also, this is like the most comfortable bed I think I've ever slept in my entire life. Okay, no, but like actually, like, let me get comfortable. How can I get comfortable? I'm not comfortable. I just got a new tattoo today. I got a new tattoo. Bring this down. I'm gonna bring you closer. Come here. Come here, you. Okay. I think this is gonna be better. Yes, this is better, I think. Oh, actually, I should use this too. My sleep mask. My not sponsored. My hashtag not sponsored manta sleep mask. I fucking love that bitch. Okay. My emotional support moon pie. Oh, I got witchy. Ow. Don't look at the closet. Okay, this is better. Oh yeah, this is the vibe. This is the vibe. Can you still see me if I go like this? I think you can. Oh God. Where do I even begin? I'm just gonna freely flow my thoughts while I get comfortable in this amazing ass bed. Oh, dude, this fucking bed is amazing. Oh my God. Actually, it's like actually amazing. Okay. Yes, this is it. This is the vibe. Is the lens dirty? I can't tell. Oh, well, sorry. I'm so tired. But I just had like the most like not craziest but like low-key craziest night I think I've had in a very long time. I was scared for my life. And you'll understand why shortly. I got a new tattoo. Yay, look it is, and it's so cute. I have to clean this camera, hold on. I think that did something. I don't know. But I got a new tattoo. Isn't it so cute? It's a soft. It's the best. Artist was B for Babyface. Not sponsored. And I think they're currently based in Jelly Studio, Los Angeles, in Cape Town. I'm in LA. Hey, surprise. I'm in LA. Came for this tattoo, and then it ended up being just like me hanging out with my friends that I hadn't seen in a very long time, which is really amazing because they're like family to me. So that was pretty good. That was pretty nice, actually. And like it just doesn't feel real. Like it feels like I'm daydreaming. Like all of this does not feel real. I think I just had so many like what the fuck moments that like I just can't believe this is my life sometimes. Or like this past weekend I just had moments where I'm like, I can't believe this is my life, and I don't have to be stressed about money, and I don't have to be stressed about how am I going to get from point A to point B, or what am I going to eat, how am I going to eat, like where am I going to sleep. Like I feel very privileged to be able to fund all of this for myself, pay for my tattoo, you know, book this Airbnb for the weekend. That wasn't very cheap, by the way. And like be in this comfortable ass fucking bed and like just be so luxurious in the sense of like my quality of life, as my friend would say, my quality of life is at the quality that I typically enjoy it to be, and that I typically prefer it to be. So that's really awesome. I just can't believe all the things that I did. I saw my friends, and then I went to the movies. I really wanted to see this movie called Past Lives. It's a A24 production movie. It's an independent film, I believe. Or sorry, not an independent film, an indie film. And it was just the best, the most tender movie that I seen in a very long time. And it was just really, really spectacular, and it made me cry, and it was just so human. There were just these like long moments of just like humans existing on the screen, which like didn't make me uncomfortable, but it made me like it did discomfort me in the sense of like this didn't feel like a movie production. Like it almost had like a documentary feel to it, but I know this is like a fictional story, like it's not a documentary at all. But because there were just these long takes of them like looking at each other, or them like talking and having these conversations, and there wasn't a lot of like camera work, like it was kind of just like zooming in or zooming out very, very, very slowly, or holding the same frame for a long period of time in moments of the conversation and how it flows. And like I found myself relating to like a lot of like, also spoilers obviously, that's just what's just gonna happen when I talk about a movie. I found myself really relating to like the men in the film, like two men, the white man and the Korean man. Like I found myself relating to their longing, their insecurity, not insecurity, but it's just like their nervousness, their worry, their thoughts, like of what was shared in the movie. I found myself really relating to a lot of what they were sharing and what the characters were going through, that it really hit home for me, especially with the Korean man. Like just like him being the hopeless sort of romantic almost, and just having this idea and this picture of who she is, the woman, the main character, who she is, and what she is like, and what their lives would be like. Like it was like very clear that he had been thinking a lot about her, but it wasn't shown in the movie. But his actions and the comments that his friends would make, or that that she also would make, like his actions suggested that he fantasized a lot about what their lives together would be like if they ended up together. And he also blatantly said it, that he would think about them. And I think I relate in the sense of like holding on to this like fantasy idea, or just like, because what I really enjoyed also about the movie was like the way that it showed how naturally a relationship does progress or does exist within like the contemporary moment, like Skyping and chatting and like virtually like relating and establishing. Like I remember when it was like the thing to like wake up and video call a friend, or you know, what was I gonna say a boyfriend, or like, you know, just like your girlfriend or whatever, your partner. And for some reason I felt weird saying partner, because I feel like that wasn't really used in the time that I'm thinking of. But yeah, I just liked how it kind of just like, it didn't make it the center, but it was totally a part of the way the relationship like was like rekindled. And it was like a part of the relationship's life, and the relationship's journey was like being long distance, and how the internet helped them sort of stay connected and feel connected in some sort of way, and figuring out like what times work for each other, like literally carrying their laptops, like rushing to get home because Wi-Fi wasn't everywhere at the time. Or like, maybe not, that's not what I meant, but like, you know what I mean, like it wasn't like the thing to just like, it wasn't an iPhone that you could just like FaceTime whoever, you know, like they didn't have, like I think she had an iPhone but he didn't, I don't know, whatever. But you know, like the older models, I don't think they even had like a front camera, did they? Shout out to my Airbnb for the water bottle. I don't even think there was a front camera, was there? But yeah, I just really liked how the internet sort of facilitated the spark of a romance. Like they found each other on Facebook, and they said, you know, I just remember that like it was just kind of like nostalgic a little bit, like the thrill that comes with like connecting with someone over the internet, and just like messaging each other and like waiting for them to respond, or like when you get a response you're just like so excited. And I just remember that feeling, like it was rare. And like you knew that if someone was chatting you, that's because they're sitting at a computer. They are sitting at a computer and they are intentionally making time to connect with you, if that makes sense. Like they're taking the 10-15 minutes out of their day to sit down in their laptop, or not even on their laptop, like maybe on their family computer, on their family desktop, and like talking to you. At least that's what I would do. Literally from the moment that I woke up, as I was getting ready for school, I would literally hop on Facebook, hop on chat on my family desktop in our guest room, and I would just chat my crush and my little boyfriends that I had at the time. Like I remember that was such like an integral part to my girlhood and my childhood. And even though, you know, it probably wasn't whatever the best, I don't care. Like I love the fact that I grew up as an internet kid. Like I love the fact that I was able to like connect with my friends and like have that excitement and just be like, yeah, like I chatted you this morning, like did you see my message? And like not everybody obviously logged into the computer the first thing they woke up. Like I was literally like, that was the only thing I looked forward to, like as soon as I wake up and then as soon as I get home from school. Like I loved it until I got my home laptop. But actually I think I got my home laptop like when I was like 11 or 12 maybe. And I was like, I would literally like chat with like people from other countries. as like a fucking 9-10 year old. Like but I knew like not to share like intimate details about myself. Like I don't know, I felt like, yeah, it was dangerous. I knew that the internet could be dangerous, but I felt like it wasn't that. No, it definitely was dangerous back then. I don't know, but I remember it was so fun. I think like I even remember like one of the girls that I connected with, like I think we connected over the Jonas Brothers, because I had like a Jonas Brothers like fan account, and so you know for sure I was 10 or 9, and I think it had to be Jonas Brothers, because I don't think it was over Justin Bieber, because I was also a really big Bieber. I had Bieber fever. But that started when I was 10, so I can't remember what the order is or like when I met her, but I think her name was Camille or Camila, and I think she lived in Spain or somewhere else, I don't know, but I would always chat with her, and there would always be like this random guy that would like, not random, but like he kind of like, actually I don't even know how we connected to each other, but like he was kind of like our third friend, but he never showed his face. Like her and I, we would show our faces. Yeah, I was fucking video chatting as a fucking 8 and 9 year old. Oops. But anyways, good memories, and I was safe, like nothing ever happened to me, but and nothing ever will happen to me, you know, bless up. Ew. Anyways, let me not jinx myself. Oh my god, now I'm anxious because I said that. Anyways, yeah, he would never show his face, and we would, and we were like, what the fuck, like, show your fucking face, bro. And he'd be like, no. So it was just weird, but he never asked any like creepy questions or anything like that, because if he did, like, her and I, we would like chat privately, and we'd be like, girl, if he starts acting up, like, we're kicking him the fuck out, because it's fucking weird. But we also kind of like low-key had like a crush on him, even though we've never seen him, which was kind of dumb, but I don't know, it's so cute. But I don't know, that just like seeing them like making the time to Skype each other, like, come on, like Skype is no longer a thing, I feel. So it was just like super nostalgic to just think about the times that we would just like make to connect with someone that we really wanted to connect with, like, and seeing them get excited over the messages, or like hurrying to get home to like hop on the computer and talk to each other, like, so cute. I just loved it so much. But I really related to the Korean man. Yeah, but I really related to him. I cried like 4 times. It was just like such a tender, sweet movie. I want to see more films. It reminded me of like, I want to make my own film. Like, I want to make my own indie film, or documentary film. I remember that was like low-key my dream when I was 14 or 15, because at that time I was really into videography, and I was really into editing videos, putting them together. Like, I had my little DSLR that my mom had gifted me for my birthday, because I was really into photography. She had gifted me my first camera when I was 13, I believe. And then like I just was like obsessed with it, and shortly after I asked if I could get a DSLR to really step up my game, and then I did, and I like carry that shit everywhere. Honestly, I always had a camera with me no matter what. And I remember as a 15-year-old just really wanting to produce and create a film, direct, like do everything, and like independently, make a documentary, and like to show how we're all the same, and how we all share, how we all like are motivated by the same things, or find like what are the universal things that we all have in common that we can all relate on. Like that, I remember that was really like one of my goals, one of my dreams, but it felt like a dream, so I never really went for it. I even went to like a camp, like a video camp. Ew, my feet are so dirty. I even like went to like a video camp that showed me how to like use Photoshop and like the different settings on the camera. It wasn't focused on video, but it was focused on photo, and it was at UC Berkeley, and it was just like 2 weeks. I met a bunch of people, and I still fucking follow those people on Instagram. Like, we haven't unfollowed each other. There's 2 girls that I remember specifically. We still follow each other. Do I remember their names? Absolutely not. Do I still follow them? Yes, because I love seeing them. Like, it's like I've never brought in myself to unfollow them, and I don't know why. I just like following them. Like, actually, I enjoy what they post, and I like how I can stay connected, and like having that connection kind of brings me nostalgia, because then I think about those moments, and I think about those times that I was in this camp, and then I was just like fucking taking photos. But at the time, like, it was very evident to me, like my mom specifically made it very clear to me that this was just a hobby, that it was just a hobby, and to not take it as a career, because I was not going to make money out of it. So yeah. And I love my mom, you know, I don't want to hate on her or anything like that, because I think I've gotten to a point now where her and I have talked about it. I've made peace with it. And I've also connected with my dad in a way that I've never had before in my entire life. Not to sound dramatic, but like, that's exactly how it's been. I've like reconnected with him in a way that, I mean, we were never disconnected, but we weren't emotionally connected. But now I feel this connection to him where I really believe it when he says that he believes in me. Like, I don't think he's saying it just because he's my dad. Like, genuinely, I feel like if I tell him that I wanted to, I've been saying this a lot, but I want to say it like again and again and again. So I can also like remind myself when I'm feeling like super anxious or when I'm doubting myself. Like, I've been saying recently that I really believe it when my dad and my stepmom too, when they like believe in my dreams. Like, if I were to tell them like, hey, tomorrow I'm going to rocket launch myself to the moon by myself, they'll be like, okay, like, then that's your goal? I'm like, yeah. And they'll be like, okay, so how are you gonna, what do we need to do to get to where you need to be? Like, I think that maybe there'll be, of course, like in that example, like an initial reaction of like, what the fuck? But then it'll be like, okay, but if there's something you really want to do, then we're here to support you. And I don't think I've ever felt unconditional support that way, and not thinking about like career and finances, because my mom was very driven by that, and I don't blame her, because financial security should be a priority. And because of the way that she was brought up, financial security was a god, like that was the thing to have, especially like being a single mom, growing up poor, like experiencing hunger. Like, I get it, I understand. So I've empathized with her. I've sort of been really focusing on healing that patterning, or healing that conditioning of being mad at my mom for not supporting my dreams and my hobbies and what was really like my passions. And not to say that what I do now and what I studied isn't my passion, because it is. It's just one out of the list. It's not number one, but it's 1 out of the 5, you know what I mean? Or maybe 1 out of the 10, because I'm passionate about a lot of things. But either way, I really loved the film, and it made me think about the ways that I long for love, and the ways that I create scenarios or think about different possibilities, and how this character, he just like acted on his fantasizing like ideals. And it wasn't that it was like meant for it to be like a bad thing, but it's just like, I found it honorable that he took actions that gave him answers and was vulnerable, and he put himself out there. more than once and didn't really think about the consequences, or well, I don't know if he did, but like the character seemed like he wasn't worried about what the outcome would have been. He kind of would just like launch himself into things, into looking for her, into connecting with her, into reaching out to her. And you know, who knows if the character had second guessed himself, but I really enjoyed that experience and seeing him, especially like him being a man, a cis man, a cis hetero man. I'm assuming he's hetero, but yeah, I don't know. I really enjoyed watching that character. I really identified with his experiences of longing, of fantasizing, and of just like wanting to see if what you've been fantasizing and what you've been thinking about is confirming, like it will be confirmed, you know, through your actions. So I had to drink water, but yeah, I don't know. I liked it a lot. I loved it, actually. It's so warm and fuzzy. I was gonna say it's like my safe space, but I said that about the Barbie movie. But yeah, I don't know. I really liked it. It made me very emotional and very like merp about my feelings, and like I thought about my own life, you know. Do I have that person where I feel that inyeon, I believe it's called? Is there a person in my life that I think about often, and like I'm trying to think, would I be courageous enough to, and obviously this is a movie, I get it, but it just makes you think, like, would I be courageous enough to act on what I think about, act on what I fantasize about, and act on like curiosity, like, hey, we had this connection, I think about you often, what do you think about that? Like, or not even what do you think about that, but just like, this is my heart, this is how I'm feeling, have it, and I just want you to have it, and that's it. And it's like, just like, period, like nothing else comes after that. Nothing else comes after that statement. I just really liked it, and I thought about it, and I don't know, like, in the theaters, I don't know, I think of one person, but recently, like, recently I was gonna share something, but maybe I want to keep it to myself, but just recently this person has been on my mind and on my heart, and I've been trying to sort of emotionally disconnect and not just like keep thinking about the situation, keep thinking about the scenario, but just like letting him go, that I don't know if I would call it inyeon, but then I don't know if I would call it, like, I don't know if it would be something that I think about enough where I would want to act out on it. And no, not at all. But it was a great movie, and it just makes me think. And obviously, I'm not going to live my life in like a movie, like that movie. But it was just like nice to think about. Nice to wonder and inquiry myself about. But yeah, that's it. And I didn't even get into the craziness that came after that fucking movie. Oh my god, that would have to be another time because I'm so tired now. I just want to fall asleep, but I gotta brush my teeth and shit. Anyways, thanks for listening. I'm so tired. Thanks for listening. Thanks for hanging out with me for a second, or for 30 minutes. I appreciate you, and I hope you have a great rest of your day or night or whatever the case is. Good night. I'm gonna leave here now. Bye. Love you. Also, I had no idea there were that many white people in Santa Monica. Hold on. It's like we're falling asleep on Skype or FaceTime. Damn, I remember that. I miss falling asleep on FaceTime, low-key. That was the cutest thing ever.